Welcome to episode 4 in the Discovery Health's digital wellbeing video series, the 10-part series that's designed with the whole family in mind. Parents and caregivers need to know how to manage the serious risks to a child's mental and physical safety that exist online. I'll be empowering you with all you need to know on this front in each of our 10 videos. Today, we're talking about parental controls on digital devices. We will also hear from Titania Jordan about her perspective as a parent who is also a senior leader at Bark, a parental control app that currently protects almost 6 million children in the United States. Ours is the first generation of parents and caregivers who have been forced to grapple with how to parent children on appropriate device usage. And for many of us, this is a daunting task. No matter how involved we are in our children's lives, keeping them safe online is a constant challenge. We might assume that we can control our children's safety in our own homes or at school, but the digital world changes the dynamics around safety. When they're online, whether at home or anywhere else, children who are online are exposed to virtual risks all the time. When we give our children access to the world through their digital devices, we also give a world of almost 5 billion internet users, a global network of strangers, access to our children, and some of them have harmful intentions. To take back control, it is critical to set up your child's devices, apps, and games before they begin to engage with them. The idea is to set them up in a way that protects and monitors their usage. Without these parental controls in place, you are allowing your child access to platforms that assume that the user, your child, is an adult above the age of consent. Think about the consequences of your child having full access to the services and content that are not age appropriate. For example, your child's unprotected social media profiles are visible to anyone. And if location tracking is enabled, this can leave your child vulnerable to digital and even physical contact with people they meet online. Be in Touch has conducted extensive seminars and workshops in schools across South Africa, and our research shows that by grade 10, so for children aged around 15 to 17 years old, up to 70% of children have been contacted by a stranger online. Parental controls applied to phones, tablets, personal computers, gaming consoles, and even smart television sets. Please don't forget those. Make sure that your child is better protected from both inappropriate adult content and unwanted stranger contact. And where parental controls are correctly applied, if there is a breach, you have a better chance of knowing this has taken place, as you should get alerts sent to you by the software. When you have this information on hand, you are also empowered to talk to and guide your child through the experience they've had. Show your children that you're a digitally savvy, concerned parent who actually really understands the digital world. Titania Jordan is the Chief Parenting Officer at Bark, a parental control phone monitoring app designed to help keep children safe online. Bark uses innovative artificial intelligence to monitor social media, text, and email on Android and iOS devices. She's also a mum who has first-hand experience of the negative impact that uncontrolled access to the online world can have on children. Let's hear what she has to say about how important parental controls are in the digital age.
You don't want your child to be the first kid of their peers to get that app or get that tech or get that gaming console, but you also don't want to be the last. It's good to be somewhere in the middle. I've never heard a parent say, I wish I would have given my child access earlier. Like, never, ever. And flip side, I've heard so many parents say, I wish I would have waited. And I myself feel that way. I wish I would have waited. I gave my son access to things much earlier than I should have, but hindsight's 2020. So first tip is don't be afraid to delay. Second tip is you will eventually need to introduce them to tech so that they can learn and you can help them navigate this world while they're still under your roof. And so having open and honest conversations with them at a much younger age and a much more frequent rate than you would think is key. When we were kids, our parents maybe had a birds and bees convo with us, maybe once or twice. It's just not like that anymore. You've got to talk to your children about pornography before they encounter it in an age-appropriate way. You've got to talk to them about online predators, but maybe call them tricky people, sometimes before they can even read. You have to talk to your children about mental health and how it's okay to not be okay, and how these devices can impact your brain and your feelings and your heart. All of these conversations are critical to start having as soon as possible. Finally, you need to use parental controls and monitoring. So you need to use the screen time and filtering options that are made available to you through the device your child uses, through your internet service provider or mobile carrier that you pay. You can also use Bark for those aspects. And what mobile carriers and internet service providers do not offer, that Bark does offer, that you absolutely have to use, is our monitoring. We can't just limit screen time and set up filters and think, okay, my kid's good, because there's going to be workarounds that they find and predators find. So you need to use Bark to monitor your children and get alerts that they've encountered issues and get the help you need.
Wow, some powerful insights there. It's clear that putting parental controls on children's devices to protect them when they use them is no different from putting a helmet on our child's head before they go out to ride their bike, or a seatbelt when they get into a car. Parental controls for devices are a complete no-brainer. Look out for more information on parental controls and the resources to support you on the Discovery Health Mental Health Hub.